Amanda Nunes versus Holm is going to be awesome. I'm in such a dilemma with this one because I'm just a real big fan of both of these fighters. I don't want to see either of them lose, but I also really love the idea of either of these women taking a W this weekend. Holm shook up the MMA universe and acquired major shine back in 2015 when she basically put an end to the Ronda Rousey era. Not only did she change women's MMA with a head kick, but she endeared herself to the MMA fanbase as a whole. And it's not like she was a newcomer to the game who stepped in, beat Rousey, and was all of a sudden thrust into fame overnight. The Albuquerque, New Mexico native was a bona fide veteran of combat sports whose professional boxing record dates back to 2002. In retrospect, with 38 professional boxing fights, 22 kickboxing fights, and a 9-0 MMA record coming into that Rousey fight, it's crazy to think that Ronda ever had a chance. There's been a lot of shakeups in the game over the years, but Holm is responsible for one of the biggest we've ever seen. And it was one that was celebrated for weeks after the fateful contest in November 2015. Since that time, she's gone 2-4 in her last 6 fights, which would reflect poorly in a lot of fighters' cases, but not Holm. The circumstances of the losses and the landscape of the women's 135-pound division pits her as the rightful next challenger to take on the reigning double champion Amanda Nunes. And I'm sure as hell not complaining about it. It's weird. This is a fight that, if you talk to a lot of people, they think it already happened, or at least very surprised that it hasn't happened yet, and for good reason. Amanda Nunes and Holm are two of the best female fighters in MMA, and this weekend they are both going to clash. Holm has not only proven her technical prowess in the striking department, but she's put her immense toughness on display as well. Perfectly willing to accept damage in order to dish it out, but also perfectly capable of staying out of range. The problem for Holm is that Amanda Nunes is extremely dangerous, extremely confident, and extremely aggressive. Her distance control is incredible. The way in which she gets full extension on her punches while always catching her opponents on the very end of those very long punches, it's something to behold. Nunes also possesses a level of composure that gives her an advantage over most everybody she steps in there with. While she does start things off kind of wide-eyed and wiry, she's calculated in all the moves she makes, and as we've seen, the vast majority of the time it pays off. While you always have to be ready for anything in this game, and I do think that this fight is way more evenly matched than most would think, Nunes is one of my favorite fighters to watch right now, and I believe the level of confidence she's riding, coupled with her skill set as a mixed martial artist, is insurmountable. Holm is going to make this one interesting, no matter how it turns out, but by all accounts, this is Amanda Nunes' fight to lose.